folks. Welcome in for another mental health video. This week we'll be talking about campus resources and transitional stress. And we are mental health and wellness peer educators. My name's Alia, and here with me I have
Asia Bryant. Hello.
and we'll just be going over some quick things and just some stuff to know around campus.
All right. So first we're going to talk about transitional stress. All right. So transitional stress, it can manifest in a lot of different ways. But it's basically stress or anxiety that manifests in response to change. And this change could be positive or negative, but it's basically stress that manifests because of change. And so examples of transitional stress. You can have transitional stress when starting a new job, starting a new semester, maybe moving or starting a new relationship. These are just different ways that transitional stress may manifest. All right. So different ways that transitional stress can manifest. Stress on campus can appear in a few different ways. There can be a fear of performance, fear of different social situations, time management issues, financial stress, new environmental anxiety, uncertainty about the future. And so these are just a few different examples of how it may manifest. Um, and there are a few more, but these are just like a few different ways. Um, and I know that I'm experiencing some of these right now with the new semester. So, you maybe you're experiencing a few of these right now. Hello?
Yeah,
But we're
and
gonna dive.
and it's completely normal to feel some type of way when things change.
And we're going to dive into a few different ways that the examples that I listed below, a few different ways that, like a deeper dive into how they may manifest, and then some solutions for those. So, with fears of performance. So, you may have some concerns about maybe how your grades are turning out. Maybe it's a different grading scale than you're used to. Maybe it's a different topic than you've ever studied before. And of course, that can raise up some concerns. You may also be also participating in a different student organization, um, or you may be working with groups and maybe you're not comfortable with that. There's a lot of different ways that performance can um, come up as a concern. But there are also ways that we can help with those concerns. So there are different campus resources. We have the Math Learning Center, the Writing Learning Center, the Science Learning Center. All these different resources are places that you can go to if you need any help with your grades, or just need any more assistance. You can also consult your peers. There are different like group chats that different students may start. Maybe you started one, and you can consult your peers, maybe for help on homework or anything like that. You can also attend your professor's office hours. These are things that are resources that aren't used enough, and they're free resources that are for you, or basically resources that you've paid for, like with your tuition. And so it's like there are resources that are open to you that you can use if you're having any concerns with your grades. Also, you may have financial stress. So with the new semester, you may be switching from full-time to part-time with a job, or maybe you're not working at all. Or maybe just there's a different financial situation at home. And so with the new semester, these different issues may come up. But the campus also offers different resources to aid with those situations. So we have the financial aid office. It's open if you need any help with maybe like paying for books. We have loans and different grants that they offer there. They can also point you in the direction that you may need to go if they can't help you with something. There's the food pantry as well if you're having issues with not having enough um, food. Then there's the food pantry, and there's also this is also like a free resource that you can use. There's also Dearborn Support, which can help with connecting you to the food pantry or any other resources you may need, like if you need help with rent or any other resource. These are here to help you with financial stress. And so also adjusting to a new environment. Um, so with being a new student or also maybe even being a transfer student, you're going to be adjusting to being on a new campus. And so that's like something that can just be scary for anybody. And so familiarizing yourself with the campus is really one of the best things that you can do. You can go around to different buildings. You can go on walks. Our campus is very walkable. And so you can just walk around, go in different buildings, uh, just see what the campus has to offer. We also have a lot of different organizations, and there are always different events and activities being held. We have our wellness tables every week, so you can come and see us maybe, or you can go to a bunch of other different events. But these are just different ways that you can familiarize yourself with the campus and adjust to this new environment. And adjusting is going to become easier over time. You're going to feel more comfortable over as time progresses, just as you get more comfortable in that environment. But it's something that may like isn't going to happen in like your first day, which is okay. You know, it's going to be a learning experience for everybody. So and so there's also uncertainty about the future. And so we're all going here so that we can uh, somehow better our futures. And it's a hard decision to figure out what you want to do, but we have our advisors here to help out with those types of things. If you're struggling, if you don't know exactly what you want to do, if you maybe want to change your major, advisors are here to help with that. And we also have the CAPS office open. If you may be struggling with like your mental health or you just need some additional assistance, CAPS office is here as well for any assistance. So.
Now, as a new student, a recurring student, you may not be aware of all the resources campus has to offer. So we're just going to give you a quick little glimpse of some of the different departments that are here on campus to help you. And they're all free. So just at a quick glance, we have counseling and psychological services, CAPS, which offers free confidential therapy for all enrolled students. They also have group therapy, crisis intervention, and if you check out the website, a lot of helpful resources and just website links. There's also disability and accessibility services, which offers individualized advocacy and resources for students with disabilities. Once enrolled, they help with collaboration for an inclusive learning environment between you and your professor. There's also Dearborn Support, which helps meet the basic needs for students. So they might be able to help you look for off-campus resources or get you situated with the food pantry if you have food insecurity. There's also the Center for Social Justice and Inclusion. They do programming and workshops for all students, and they house LGBTQ+, multicultural, and women's services. There's ombuds, so they are confidential and impartial assistance for students who may have questions about university policy or maybe classroom concerns or issues with a professor. There's Veteran Affairs, which supports our military affiliated students through programming and again, resources that would be specific for them. There's the Office of Academic Success. So they help students at the academic level. And as we mentioned earlier, that's where we see the Math Learning Center, the Writing Center, the Science Center, and they also do like tutoring and stuff. So it's really good to get connected into that if you're feel like you're struggling more in the classroom. There is our campus library, which is a great place to study, but also have a good place to start if you have interdisciplinary collaboration concerns or if you need research support. Knowing how to research something for a class assignment isn't the most intuitive thing at first, so they can really help you on where to get started and tips and tricks to like finish your paper. There's the Office of Student Life, and they house student organizations, civic engagement, and campus-wide programming. You may be familiar with them from just talking to other students and knowing that's where all this like these student-led events are happening. They're a great resource if you're just maybe feeling lonely on campus and want to interact more with other students. Now, as a peer, as a student, this is the advice I would give for campus resources. If it's your first time on campus, just be curious. Walk around, try to find some new study spots. And asking questions is great. There's so many different acronyms that are used on campus. It can kind of be really confusing at first, especially if you're a first generational student. You might not know what RUC means, and that's our university center. Or maybe you don't know what the Castle building means, and that's the College of Art, Science, and Letters. So just ask. It's always okay. Just try out different things. Find new places to study on campus or hang out. And if you're a returning student, realize that maybe your needs change and how you cope may change as well, and that how you did things last semester or last year maybe need to be switched up a little bit to better tailor them to your situation now. And overall, if you feel like you're struggling academically, socially, or mentally, reach out when you need help. There's a ton of different resources that can help you in all those different avenues. And the worst thing you can do is not reaching out when you need it. And again, we already said it, but I'll reiterate it. It's most like all of these resources are free. You already paid for them with your tuition, so you might as well get your money's worth. And a lot of these resources can be found in the campus resource guide. Here's the QR code for that. And this is what the front page looks like. And in it, it has details about a bunch of different departments on campus and how to reach out to them. And we also want to reiterate, here's counseling psychological services information if you ever need it for any reason. They're located on the second floor of the UC near the stairs and elevator, and they can also be reached by telephone and email. So when you need help, reach out. Have a nice day.